Okay, welcome back, everyone. We're embarking on Chapter 15, Human Resource Management. In a lot of larger companies, human resources plays a vital role. The number one job of human resources is to find the best people for the positions that the company needs and to look out for the company's best interests. That's it. That's what they do. And every action that human resource department will take, that's the mantra that they have in the back of their minds. So let's jump into the presentation and take a look at what this might mean. All right. So we're going to take a look at the importance of human resources to business success. We're going to take a look at the key human resource issue in today's economy. Outline the challenges and opportunities that human resources functions faces. Discuss the human resource planning and core human resource responsibilities, and explain the federal legislation that affects human resources. So in any organization, a quality workforce can help companies stay ahead of the competition. The foremost objective of HR management is to receive the highest human investment by recruiting talent, promoting career development, and bolstering the organization's effectiveness. The task of building a quality workforce is a tough one, and it is a major challenge faced by managers. There is no particular strategy to achieve the task, but forward-thinking firms adopt new approaches to accomplish it. One of the major problems faced by HR managers is the lack of sufficient strategic skills. Because of this, employees can often perceive their HR manager as an enemy. However, HR managers can gain the respect of other employees by knowing about the company and being open to expectations as long as they enforce broad company policy. What does that all mean? That's a lot of stuff, but what does that all mean? Well, it's not just a lack of sufficient strategic skills. It's about finding the right employee. And there's right now going on in a workforce shortage in many industries. Look at healthcare, for example. We can't get enough nurses and therapists in the healthcare field right now. Okay, so that's one. And then it's finding employees with the right skill set. Okay. Those are some of the challenges that they face right now in building the human resource of a company. So the main objective of job analysis is to explain or examine what needs to be done in each position so that the effectiveness of the organization can be maximized. The strategic plan of the company includes the HR plan, which covers the main aspect of human resource management. When employees are promoted or transferred to other positions within an organization, it is referred to as internal recruitment. If a company is small or is unable to find a person with a skill set within the company, then the external recruitment method is employed. The first step to hire the best candidate for a job would be to find a pool of qualified professionals. Reviewing applications would make this process easier. Candidates with the right skill set can be identified and be called for an interview. Experts recommend a structured interview process to better predict employee performance. A number of companies use tests before or after the interview process to screen candidates. One of the most popular companies today still uses testing. They use physical testing and mental testing. And I'm talking about, it's May now, it just happened in April. I'm talking about the NFL, the National Football League. The draft combine is a way for them to measure an athlete's physical attributes. Their time for running, for lifting weights, for jumping, and a variety of other different drills and quantify their physical attributes. But there's mental testing as well. There's an interview process. All rookies interview with potential teams that they may get drafted from. They also do something called a Wonderlic test. This is a standardized test that every single athlete takes.
in the draft combine. They earn a score, just like any other standardized test. But this is something that every athlete that goes through the draft process must do. They go through physical testing as well as mental testing. Sounds weird, right? You don't have to take a test when you apply for a job at Subway, for example. But in the NFL, you got a lot of testing. Depending on the industry, depending on what it is you're doing, another industry that requires testing, financial services. If you want to be a stockbroker, an investment broker, a financial planner, you have to take a series of tests to be licensed in order to do those things, to give advice about finances. So it happens in a lot of different industries. Because of the increase in flexibility, many employers prefer contingent workers. The disadvantage of these workers is that they are often less committed and less experienced. The main objective of an orientation program is to introduce new employees to the company culture. An effective way of handling on-the-job training is to introduce formal apprenticeship programs. Oof. Apart from that, it is inexpensive. Employers use classroom training, either on-site or off-site, to teach a variety of topics that range from new computer programming languages, negotiation skills, stress management, and more. Management development covers a number of specific issues that businesses face. It includes tangible topics such as communication, change management, business analysis, team building skills, coaching, and planning. Performance can be improved by giving employees frequent and straightforward feedback. In this way, employees know where they stand, and most companies require their managers to give formal feedback to their employees once a year or every 6 months. The most common compensation system in the United States are wages and salaries. In addition to wages and salaries, many organizations link some amount of worker pay directly to performance. The idea is to motivate employees to excel. A paycheck is not the only part of compensation that one receives. For example, many companies offer health care, which is a type of non-cash benefit. Salaries are paid for a fixed period, either on a weekly or a monthly basis, and there are a number of non-cash benefits extended to employees. This includes vacations, health insurance, and childcare. These perks add a lot of value to the paycheck that an employee receives. Cafeteria-style benefits help employees customize the benefits extended by the organizations to suit their individual needs. For example, if you're single and you have no children, a daycare benefit would be something that would work for you, but maybe there could be, in exchange for that, maybe free dry cleaning. That's what they mean by cafeteria style. You get to pick and choose like you're in a cafeteria. Flex time allows employees to have flexible working hours as long as they complete a set amount of hours every day. Technological advancements have made telecommuting possible. We saw that in abundance throughout the coronavirus pandemic, right? Employees commuted to their office via fax machines, phones, broadband networks, essentially through a laptop and an internet connection. Sound business reasons for termination should be documented by employers. These reasons should be shared with the employee. A manager can mitigate trauma most effectively by showing empathy and concern for employees who remain, and also by treating the laid-off employees with visible compassion. To avoid employment-related lawsuits, organizations rely on HR management to understand the complex dynamics and ensure that they tackle key issues. Protecting the employees from receiving unfair treatment from employers is one of the main objectives of setting up employment legislation. Some of the key employment legislations are listed here on this slide. The concept of affirmative action emerged in the 1960s during the American Civil Rights Movement. Advocates of affirmative action seek to build a system where systemic discrimination is rooted out from the employment system. According to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or the EEOC, a sexual harasser could be a man or a woman. The harasser need not necessarily be the victim's supervisor, and a victim can be anyone who has been affected directly or indirectly by an offense that has been committed. All right, this again, 10,000-foot view of human resource management and its importance in the scope of business today. Again, I tell you right now, the biggest challenges that HR managers are facing is employment, finding the right workers, finding workers that are skilled, and making sure that the company that they're working for has a culture that embraces the value of an employee. And these are things that they are facing today. These are the challenges that they're facing today. And again, I'll say, finding workers is going to be the challenge moving forward. We've got baby boomers who continue to retire, and with their retirement, we lose sort of the intellectual capital that they have about the business, about the company, about the organization that they've been working in for the last 30, 40, 50 years. So keep that in mind particularly as you're moving forward, not only in high school and college, but as you're going to go out into the workforce. This is what the challenge is. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon.